Hey, I'm Chris Payne, the owner of Well Played Games, and you're watching the East Daily Download.
This is the East Daily Download. This is the East Daily Download. This is the East Daily Download. That's right. This is the East Daily Download.
So let's get started.
Hello and welcome to the East Daily Download. My name is Mark, joined by our old friend producer Lauren, and we are back at Well Played Games. We had such a great time yesterday on the last show that we thought, why let the party stop?
Right.
Because we were kind of tied up with our activities.
We were. The last game we played was like a joint effort game. So.
Although technically I had more, but then you got one thing up at the end.
I jumped out of the way of the helicopter and you got squashed by it.
So it all kind of evened out. So you won the table flip game, which is crazy. Play that if you come here.
That's awesome. Yeah, that was a lot of
It takes
fun.
a little while to set it all up, but it's
worth
real,
it.
It's really crazy.
It is definitely worth it.
And then the D0 driving game, that is excellent.
Yeah, you just like that one a whole lot because you won.
Well, it was really fun though, it
was a lot of fun.
I did not want to lose. I'm going to make that really clear. It was
yeah.
very real. It wasn't part of a act for the show.
No,
that was
you
straight
were
up legit.
after me. You were after me.
Yeah. So
and now,
which brings us to this, which is I'm not sure the name of it.
It's a dancing game.
Pump it up, feel the beat, move to the groove.
Mark feels really good about challenging a pretty pregnant woman to a jumping around
Wait,
dancing
when did
game.
you get pregnant? When did that happen?
This has been happened.
But you just had a baby.
They just didn't know about it.
Is this, am I in a repeat right now? Is this new?
This is new. New baby.
Oh my goodness.
New show, new baby.
This is new information into the newsroom right now. Did I know that?
You did.
Okay, without further ado.
Here we go.
Why don't we take a look at this first story, and we're going to put this in, and when we come back, we'll be doing this whole fun thing, and I'll be crying because I lost, probably.
I'm Daniel Britt. I am the head chef here at the Well Played Cafe. So we have a wide variety of options here at the cafe. One is our signature pizzas and calzones that we make from scratch with the dough recipe that me and the owner came up with. We also have Bubba Waffles, which is a sweet Taiwanese treat topped with ice cream, Pocky Sticks, Oreos, whipped cream, and the whole 9 yards. We also have some of the best boba tea in Greenville, North Carolina. That's just my personal opinion. We also have chicken tenders, french fries, nachos, hot dogs, and a few snacks here and there for the kids as well. Me and Chris were actually friends when he had his old location. I was a Yu-Gi-Oh player, and that's what I did. I would come in and play, and we had always kind of joked about him opening up a small little kitchen or something kind of restaurant-wise here in Greenville. And then next thing I know, he built a kitchen. Here we are about 7.5, almost 8 months later. So, well, first I usually have 2 or 3 batches of dough already ready from the day before. We do a 12-inch and an 8-inch pizza, which is our personal and our large. And once we pull it out the refrigerator, we go ahead and pat it down. We give it a little smack in our hands, pull the edges out, work it to the shape of our pans, and then we go ahead and ask for your sauce. We have a roasted garlic, original kind of pizza sauce with a nice little sweet hint to it, and then we have a barbecue and a ranch base as well. Once we get our base, we top off with our fresh mozzarella or our mixed Monterey Jack, and then go straight to the oven with your choice of toppings for about 7 to 10 minutes at about 650. So basically it's a sweet vanilla waffle. Instead of indenting like a traditional waffle would be, it actually puffs out. So we have to get a special waffle maker and especially do our batter to where it has that nice fluffiness in the center. And then people always want to go, chicken and waffles and all that. It's not a savory waffle, so it's a little bit more on the sweeter side, so it's more targeted towards dessert and having an ice cream or whipped cream topping or something like that. Other than that, our boba teas and our coffees are huge sellers as well. Yeah, I have a strawberry, mango, watermelon, honeydew, taro root as well, and then vanilla if you want kind of a basic flavor. We also do the traditional milk tea, and we also do them blended or shaken. So you can have it blended up almost like a slushie would be, with with the boba pearls, jellies, or our house-made custard, or you can get the traditional just shaken with a little bit of ice at top with the boba as well. And Well Played is located on 1400 Charles Boulevard, and I believe it is 1400 G. You can't miss it. We got big anime posters right in the window, so we're kind of hard to miss, and we're right beside the China King and the Wings Over as well. We're just happy, to be here and be serving a good community out here in Greenville, and we're really happy and look forward to our future as well. So.
Well, we're back here on the East Daily Download, getting ready to do our dancing, moving to the groove, and this is going to be bad for me because my coordination is lacking.
Mark, I don't think you picked an easy one. Ah.
I still highly recommend you come down to Well Played Games and check this out. Even if I can't do a very good job at it, or Lauren can't do a good job at it, that doesn't mean that you can't.
You don't get to pick. You don't get to pick anymore.
This was normal setting too. This is, I thought, where's like the super easy setting?
I'm just gonna stand here.
I'm just gonna stand in the center. Woo!
Wow.
That's not gonna be good.
That was difficult.
Oh, we both got F's.
We both did not do great. Yeah. But
the important thing is we had a good time.
We did.
Good time.
I had fun.
Good time. A lot of good fun.
I think that a slower song would have probably.
Well, yeah, that's on me. I just randomly picked. I didn't know.
Yeah.
I was gonna settle the score one way or the other.
Yeah.
We're tied. Huh. Okay, check out this story. We'll be back here in a little bit, and we'll continue the fun from Well Played Games in Greenville.
The East Daily Download is sponsored this week by the following.
Hi, I'm Dr. Valneni. I am a family medicine physician and a diabetologist at James D. Bernstein Medical Center. I have been working for almost 5 years as a family medicine physician, and I went back to do diabetes fellowship for a year in ECU and came back just in August. A diabetologist is a medical provider who is specialized in diabetes. A diabetologist diagnoses, manages, evaluates, and treats all forms of diabetes, including type 1, latent autoimmune diabetes, all other forms of diabetes. Since November is Diabetes Awareness Month, I would like to talk to you a little bit about diabetes, nutrition, and activity today. The most important thing when a patient is worried about is medicine, but actually you can control diabetes with diet and physical activity itself. There are a lot of myths about diet these days, like people think if I eat fruits, if I don't have to eat baked food, I can eat baked food, I can eat fruits, and then that is good for my diabetes. But actually, there are a lot of fruits out there that are rich in sugars that will raise your blood sugar. Passion fruits, grapes, bananas are loaded with sugars. If you're eating them, you have to be very careful that it does raise your blood sugars, and you should avoid them as much as possible. The fruits like apples, oranges, those are good for you. Those have minimal carbohydrates, at least less carbohydrates than the other fruits we talked about. Those are the fruits I would go for when you have diabetes. There are superfoods, nuts, cheese stick. These are the snacks you can choose if you want to when you're eating in between meals, because they have less carbohydrates and loaded with protein and fiber and superoxidants in them, which will also manage your diabetes better. Now coming to physical activity, American Diabetes Association and American Heart Association has recommended 30 minutes of moderate brisk walking or moderate activity daily, 5 days a week, or 150 minutes per week. This will regularize your diabetes more than anything. So I recommend you to walk 30 minutes every day or distribute your 150 minutes as you want to distribute it, but making it a habit will help you, because it really takes 6 weeks to 8 weeks for you to form a habit. And if you need a family medicine physician or a diabetologist, reach out to me at Bernstein Medical Center. You have a great day.
The East Daily Download is sponsored this week by the following.
Hey, Eastern North Carolina, I'm Chris, and this is On the Record. Got a really good one for you today. why would I be doing a show if I didn't have a good one? I don't know. This right here. Brothers and Sisters by the Allman Brothers Band. Is there a gatefold? Why, yes, there is. Look, there's not a Minecraft or Pokemon in sight. Oh, how delightfully droll life must have been. Normally, I'd agree with you, except they had rockin' albums like this to get down with. So, there's a couple of tracks on here that are part of the Allman Brothers staple, but one of the most influential and coolest would probably be Ramblin' Man. Dickie Betts mentions that he was born in the back seat of a Greyhound bus. Is that true? I don't know. Maybe. I didn't look at Wikipedia, and I guess I should have. But, oh well. Another really great song on the album would be Jessica, which is great if you like 12-minute long songs that just sort of go and go and go, but stay funky the whole time. For East's Daily Download, on the record, I'm Chris.
Split. It's a card game.
Nah, doesn't sound interesting.
No?
Hey,
Okay.
we're back here on the East Daily Download at Well Played Games in Greenville looking for a board game. We've done all the video game portion of the show yesterday and today.
Ooh, Pie Town.
Pie, is that where you make pie?
Spies, lies, and apple pies.
Um,
That's what you find in Pie
how about
Town.
some dominoes? I wouldn't know what to do with that.
You don't know how to play dominoes? The game of meme. No,
Possibility.
Okay.
There's tons of games as you can see
There's
here
so
that you can choose
much.
from, and you can come in, sit down on one of the tables and play. They also have organized games that they play different board games and card games that you can come in here and participate in. Risk. Oh, now this is a little too close to home. Oh, it's upside down. Pandemic. I think
Oh.
we've all lived
No,
this
I
one.
think
We don't
we're
need to
good on
play
that.
it.
There's Uno Deluxe.
I don't know what Uno Undeluxe would be, so
You've never played Uno?
maybe. How about
Maybe.
Killer Bunnies and the Quest for the Magic Carrot? That's a possibility.
That's a good possibility.
What
yes.
else? There's Monopoly, Dungeons and Dragons.
All right, well, let's keep looking. You guys check out this
We'll
story.
figure it out, and
Yeah, we'll be back.
and we're gonna go to the party room and sit down and play a game. That's cool. Okay, so we're shooting this direction with all the video games behind, but like I said, there's a whole other side here where people can come in and play Dungeons and Dragons. They play card games, I'm guessing like Magic the Gathering or different kinds of games like that. And you have a whole stack of games when you walk in the door that you can, I see Stratego there, Walking Dead, you can just pull off the shelf and go sit down. A game called Pandemic. Good timing on that. You can just go and sit down and play games, right? So do people need to reserve a time to come in and do that, or can they just walk in off the street and say, hey, I want to play?
So we do rent out the party rooms. It's $20 an hour, and you can go in and use our customized table of ultimate gaming in order to play. We've got some cameras hooked up, so you can actually stream your own stuff if you'd like. The board games are free to play. You just come in, you pick one up, and you sit down. And then we do a board game every Tuesday night, starting next Tuesday.
Okay.
And that'll be available every week for the foreseeable future.
So when you say you do a board game, that means you pick one of the board games everybody's going to play when they come in?
Yep. We've got a couple of different ways that we are planning on doing it. We're going to have one where we just play random stuff. We'll do it a couple of different ways where I'll pick up a bunch of copies of the same game. We'll give a bunch away, and then we'll play
that's
with
cool.
everybody and then get some, good times going. The idea is that the more people that we've got in here playing, the better it feels. It's
The energy and the vibe of the place.
Games are always better with friends.
Yeah. Well, and that's something that, we've talked about before off camera, is that the vibe in here is really cool. You have a very laid back feel to the place, but there's still a good energy to it. Whether you're on this side or this side, it doesn't matter because there's always activity happening. And you got a great layout on the other side, and we'll show the video of that as well. But I want to talk about one thing. You mentioned the culinary school. And you have a really cool, interesting feature that most people wouldn't necessarily know about if they just heard it's an arcade and a gaming place, which is a cafe in here. Tell our viewers about that, because that is so awesome.
It is certainly my pride and joy. I've hired an amazing chef, Chef Daniel. He makes pizza from scratch using a recipe that I'm certainly not going to give away, but I'll be surprised if we don't win an award for the best pizza in Greenville next year.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. We've been very pleased. The turnout and the reception has been amazing. And we're looking to do even more, so expect great things in the future.
Well, okay, outside of the pizza, what other kinds of things can someone expect to find in the cafe?
So we do a lot of cool stuff that nobody else does.
Like, for instance?
Vietnamese bubble waffles, which is like a light and airy waffle that's formed opposite of the way you would usually have a Belgian waffle, where it sinks in and you get everything in it. It fluffs out. We cover it in ice cream and whipped cream and chocolate sauce and sprinkles and all that sort of stuff. Then we also do our boba. We make a bunch of different kinds of tea. We do cold brew coffee. We do fraps and all that sort of stuff. So you've got sort of a lot of options. The one comment that I hear all the time is that there's no reason an arcade should have food this good.
That's a good compliment to have.
It certainly is. I'm very happy to hear it every time, and my chef's certainly excited to hear it.
So, was that initially the goal when you opened this bigger location, to get that cafe, or did that just kind of come about through, you know, as you're getting more people coming in and people, I'm guessing, were able to bring food in, and just thinking another way you could bring a new revenue stream in?
Well, it wasn't even really about the money. The idea was that I wanted this to be sort of an all-in-one place where you could come and you could buy the games that you wanted to take home and play. You could play with your friends. You could hang out and do some stuff that you can't do anywhere else. And one of the things that we wanted to do was make sure that once you were here hanging out, you didn't have to go someplace else to get a bite to eat or get something to drink or whatever. So we topped it all up with some of the best ingredients that you can get, and we've made some real amazing.
So, on a daily basis, is that where you're eating every day? Or do you still have like outside meals outside of this building, or do you eat a lot of stuff here?
So I'll say that the reason we moved into this place originally is because the neighbor, China King, is my favorite Chinese place in town. So they were very excited to see us. So we came over and we were eating there all the time. So when I'm not eating here, I'm eating there, and that's pretty much it. Like, I've given up most fast food except for our own pizza and the Chinese food next door.
I would ask you just a question that I ask everybody when we have these interviews is, what is it that brings you the most joy? What is it that you enjoy about your job? What, you know, when you walk in here every day, what fulfills you?
This is barely a job. Like, I tell people all the time, they come in and they say, you know, oh, hey, how's it going today? I work hard occasionally, and that's typically how it is. I don't have the stress of going into an office job that's, you know, thankless, and you work hard and you get very little out of it. I get to come, I get to work with people that I like a whole bunch. The customers come in and everybody's great. I never have problems with them. So everybody comes in and they're all looking to have fun the exact same way. So when they come in and they're, you know, trying to hang out and stuff, I get to be everybody's friend.
I can't think of a better way to have a job or career, or however you would call this.
Oh yeah, it's certainly a career, and we're hoping for better things in the future. But for right now, I'm as happy as I could possibly be.
Well, that sounds like a really good place to end this, but I want to ask one last question. Let everybody know again where you're located, how they can reach you on any social media, website, whatever platform it is. Let everybody know where they can find Well Played Games.
Sure, you can catch us on Facebook at www.facebook.com/wellplayednc. We're on Instagram at wellplayednc, and we're also on Twitter at Chris Payne. That's my personal account.
Okay, and the address again?
Is 1400 Charles Boulevard, Suite 130. We are located here in Greenville, right around the way from ECU.
Oh yeah, so yeah, just down the street from ECU. So all the college kids, come, enjoy,
oh,
have
yes,
a good time.
Sir. And we're ready to see them when they get here.
Chris, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for having us today. We really appreciate it. Everybody come to Well Played Games. It is an awesome time. You will not be disappointed. And say hey to Chris when you're here.
We'll see you soon.
Well, that's going to wrap up this episode from Well Played Games of the East Daily Download. I guess we really couldn't pick a game because there's so many here, So we brought a ton in here. There's a ton more out there. You can come and play games or video games or board games or card games. And you kind of picked the game of meme. I think I've seen that at the store before. And so maybe it's not the way it's actually played, but it's the way we're playing it. Where we picked out 3 of our favorites.
Our top 3.
And we're going to have Bryce pick the winner. So first one from me in the meme game is the picture of a baby with "should have kept the day job."
Is that aimed at me? I think that's aimed at me.
No, it wasn't. I didn't even think about that, but that kind of makes it funny now.
About to take this party to a whole new level.
Let's see. With the dove flying away. I like butter on my roll.
All right, that's a good one. That's nice. That's nice. I was hypnotized.
Yeah. And this one is Midnight Craving You Up, and it's a picture of like a rooster.
I'm on the right side of history. It's an alien.
Oh, it's an alien.
They're both mine.
I told you she would pick yours.
I win.
We're going to get going. You have a great day. We'll see you back here on the next edition of the East Daily Download, okay? I don't know where I can get up and walk to, like I always get up and walk off, so.
I think you're stuck.
I'm just going to.
You're watching.
You're watching.
And you're watching.
And you're watching.
And you are watching.
You're watching.
And you're watching the East Daily Download.
The Greenville Art Museum is showcasing fashion as a form of art.
It is a bakery. There's wine. There's lunch. There's great iced coffee.
One of the best things could be to order to-go beers from a brewery like Pitt Street.
From beautiful downtown Washington, here's the historic waterfront. All these boats out in the water right now.
The East Daily Download is sponsored this week by the following. Closed captioning for the East Daily Download is sponsored by Hearing Life.